Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Coon Rapids Ice Center for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. It's the Crick opener for the River Cities Blades, and they have a monster opponent on the other bench. Joe Young along with Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant. And this is a Centennial team ranked number 3 to start the season. They are 3-0-1, and they've been dominant in their 3 wins.
Yes, they have. And how you looked up some of the stats, and how'd they do against Minnetonka last time out?
Yeah, they tied Minnetonka last time out, but they're coming off a big 11-0 win over North Wright County, who's figures to be right in the mix in the section as well. So that's a big win for them.
Well, and for the Cougars, they have 2 girls who are averaging over 2 points per game. They have another couple that are just below that level, and any one of their weapons, Howie, can do big damage against a team.
Very talented, but keep your eye on number 9, Mia Such. She has 5 goals, 6 assists on the season. Just a sophomore, and she's really a good player. She's going to be dominant, and I think this is going to be a really interesting test for the Blades for sure.
Well, we've seen the Blades a couple of different times, but their opening 4 games, they've seen 2 ranked opponents and 2 not ranked opponents. The 2 games we've seen, both victories, both against non-ranked opponents, and now this is a team that is going to be possibly their biggest challenge yet, Jerry.
Yeah, well, they have a long history playing against this team, Centennial Spring Lake Park, and this is the kind of team that, they played fairly well against Maple Grove 3-1. They've got to play a good game to establish themselves as a good team and jump up to even a better team on the rankings.
Well, and they have a couple of players that can definitely do their damage. June Semling has a shot that is second to none in the state of Minnesota, but at the top of their leaderboard is their senior captain, Sydney Bernovic.
Yeah, Sydney started right out of the gate this year. She had a hat trick the first game, scored the game-winning goal in the last minute. Last game out, she had a couple markers here in the last 3 games, so she's got about 8 points, right, Howie? And 5 goals, 3 assists. That's what they need out of her. She's doing her job so far, and she's a good player. Got to watch her today. Yeah,
no, guys, I think one of the keys today is that we know what that first line's going to do, but it's the second line and third line really needs to step up against a team like this one they're going to face today.
Well, and are they able to slow this Centennial Spring Lake Park offense that puts up shots and goals in big numbers? We'll talk more about that. On the other side of the break, we drop the puck between the Blades and Spring Lake Park Centennial after this.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected. And we look forward to 10,000 more.
Okay, I have a couple good ones for you, Joe. How do football players stay cool? By standing next to the fans. What kind of tea do football players drink? Penalty. Why can't you play football with pigs? Because they hog the ball.
Three victories have been absolutely impressive. They have outscored their opponents 25-2 in their 3 wins. They have outshot them 172-36.
Yep, they have a lot of firepower. Is he steady?
Well, averaging almost, they have 199 shots total through 4 games, so averaging just below 50 shots per game.
Yeah, and they had that huge start to the season last year, and they're trying to emulate that again this year. They're a really good club, and obviously anybody that they play, as we take a look at head coach Todd Gutterman, who he knows he's got a team that can be competitive and stay. I think they just need to stay close, guys, and then they've got an opportunity.
Oh yeah, you just have to go out and compete the whole game. You just can't take any shifts off. You have to work hard and just see what happens. So we know one thing about the Blades. They have plenty of kids who can skate, so it's just a matter of getting their motors going and getting to work.
On the other bench, how he talked about head coach Sean Mullen wants to be successful, but he said that the very hot start last year was in some ways made things difficult. Such an opportunity on the rush in the opening minute, right into the breadbasket of Cardinal keeper Gianna Eckel.
Well, that's something you don't want to see the rest of the game, is turning the puck over at the blue line and having no one really in the position to take that rusher, as that's the number 9. Got to watch her.
Well, not against a team like this, Jerry, for sure.
Such had Lager with her, elected to take the shot. It was gobbled up. Here's Brnovic with the takeaway inside her own end, and that stays onside. Her shot pretty easy to handle for the keeper at the other end. That's Kaya Weiland.
You know, we did the game last Tuesday against Elk River, and Elk River really didn't have any presence in the Blades zone, zone area.
Yeah.
So that's the key for defensively for the Blades. So we got to keep it outside the dots. We have to. We know we're going to spend a lot of time down in our end.
Face-off win for the Blades. Quick work back to the middle, but it was broken up before it got through to Easton. Kept in at the line as Swegan swings it around. Cougars able to fly to the other end. That shot missing wide for Elena Ganetz. Ganetz off to a nice start. She's got 9 points, 6 goals, 3 assists, and they add one right there for Ganetz. On the doorstep, pops home her 7th of the season. Exactly 1 minute into the contest.
Yeah, she's a transfer from Woodbury, and yeah, she's an excellent player. Great shot, great skater, good hands. And one thing Coach Gutterman told me, he said, we can't let that pass come from behind the net out in front, and that's exactly what happened there to give up that first goal of the game.
Go. Just a quick pass and no one on her.
Nope.
One time.
That's so. Centennial Spring Lake Park gets it quickly to the other end, dumped in by Renslow. She tracks it down herself, and again they get in strong on the forecheck. Renslow, long shot, easy save with the stick for Eckel, but you see good pressure on the boards, keeping the Blades bottled up in their own end. This is what they were doing to Elk River on Tuesday night.
Just losing puck battles.
Strong on the puck, good forecheck, forces a turnover again. Klesenberg can't get it through. A chance up front on the backhand, and Eckel is able to hold on despite the extra pokes from Lillian Renslow.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, Howie. It's that covering the front of the net, because Centennial likes to just put the puck down there and cause some chaos like that and then get their sticks to it first.
Well, and that young lady in the net for the Blades is going to get tested tonight for sure. And when I say young, both Cardinal. See, I did it, Joe. Both keepers for the Blades are very young.
Shot through traffic. Eckel able to make the save. Rebound still loose. Ends up deflected into the corner. Brnovic gets a stick on it. Tried to send it to Semling. It was knocked away from her. Kept in at the line by the Cougars. Dumped in deep on the far side by Bucciaconi. Tie up along the boards. In the skates of Brnovic. Quick shot on goal from Mia Such. She'll get it back in the near corner. The pass just out of the reach of Kramer, who is creeping in from the blue line. It goes all the way back down to the Cougar end. Bucciaconi behind her own net. Leaves it for Kramer. A quick out. Good stick by Swegan. Slows them, but now here they are with numbers at the blue line. Great recovery by June Semling to knock the puck away. And a slow recovery in the corner from Such, and looks like she's going to be okay as she kind of sprints back to the bench. Wagner on the attack for the Cougars. Drop at the line, recovered by Gnetz. Her shot misses wide, rings around the boards, and takes them all the way back to the Cougars' end. Just so much speed from this Centennial Spring Lake Park team early.
Impressive passing as well.
Katie Ball wins the puck back, gets the zone, plays it across. Weiland from the point, misses wide. Out front, a quick shot in close, and a save for Eckel.
Yeah,
Wagner just a foot on top of the crease. That's where they got their first goal from.
Yeah, defense have to learn. You got to tie people up in front because they're going. Tie that stick up. They just got away from her in the check.
Well, and especially against a team like this who can make you pay for a mistake down in your own end.
Yeah, that's their offense. Now you know.
Bowden's pass fanned on, kept in at the blue line. Alphen recovers. Gets it ahead for Anna Pitson, who flips it all the way down. Icing waved off. First one there, Caitlin Easton. She can't control with the back pressure coming. Puck picked up by Perot. She swings it around, takes an odd hop, ends up in traffic. Kept in at the line by Olivia Pitson. Pass far side, Bowden had her pass deflected. Swept in deep by Avery Anderson. Sent back in by Olivia Reed. Anderson can't recover along the end line. Alphen able to pinch and keep the puck in. Able to keep it in again, and we're going to have our first penalty of the night. It's going to go against the Blades. Centennial with a 1-0 lead early and all kinds of pressure. Oh, it is going to go against Centennial Spring Lake Park. Perot going to the box for the hook, and the Blades an opportunity to try and tie on the power play.
Yeah, the Blades will take this opportunity, obviously, with the skater advantage here to try and even it up as well. And we'll see what their power play has to offer.
Oh, it's caused by the forecheck. Good job.
Bernovic leaves it for Alfie, gets it back, walks in from the blue line, is shot up over the net. Jamming at the puck was Bowden. She's sealed off, played to the line, but a nice knockdown by Alphen to keep it in. Good pressure from Gnetz on the puck. She'll race in shorthanded. Swept away at the last second by June Semling. Another outstanding back check from the junior captain here in this first period. Now she leads the rush. Other end takes this shot, misses wide. Swept at, bounces past Bernovic.
The referee.
Maybe fortunate that it did not give Gnetz an opportunity, as a partial line change happening nearly led to another shorthanded break for their leading goal scorer. Gnetz rides Bernovic off at center ice, but she got it in deep. Bowden circles the zone, leaves it for Semling. Top of the circle shot, missing on the tip was Oswego. Keeping it there far side is Anna Pitson, then holds her position. At the line is Bella Lindquist. Her shot stopped up, didn't get through. She gets it back as she works her way in on the left board, now plays it around. Bucciaconi gets there first, trying to get it through the traffic in gray jerseys, held at the line by Bowden. Lindquist sends it in deep. Settling there is Caitlin Easton. Out of the corner, a shot through traffic, a rebound chance. And just tied up on the doorstep was Lexi Solomon.
That was about as close to getting a goal as you can come. Unfortunately, just couldn't settle the puck.
Their first shot on goal on this power play led to a juicy rebound, but a smart defensive play to take away the stick of Solomon on the doorstep. That'll do it for that first power play chance. That pass is going to be just out of reach. That'll be icing, as they tried to spring Reed quickly. They'll go back to their own end for a face-off. 10:21 to go in the opening period.
Well, good power play. They held the zone for most of it and did a good job getting pucks to net. Like right there, just, oh, too bad she couldn't have shortened her stick on that. That would have been a beautiful goal. But
yeah, wide open net.
In the NHL, that's a hook.
Probably. Solomon was
but
there.
Bucciaconi got the got the stick in on her and kept her from knocking it into the open net. Blades on the breakout, trying to get it to Semling. She drags it in. She's sliding her way into the corner. Able to recover, tip it back, and it's played in deep by Alfred. First one there, Brnovic plays it across the top of the crease. Nobody home for the home team. Breakout effort denied by the Blades. Pass across by Lindquist was intercepted. Alfred recovers the loose puck at center ice. Ahead for Brnovic, marching in. Her shot right into the glove of Wheeland. And there will be a face-off at the Cougar end.
Yeah, so far, last few shifts, getting into the flow a little bit. They're doing a nice job moving the puck fast out of their own end. See, good passing, good get that shot. I'd like to see it lower and get somebody there for the rebound, but
Yeah, relatively easy save for her.
yeah.
This one chopped out to center, race for the puck as Swegan takes a good angle, keeps Kelsenberg off it, but then left it in the corner, and Mia Such first one there. She tried to cycle, and that was broken up by Pitson. Poke free as Swegan recovers behind the net, tried to clear, is kept in by Lager, who dumps it deep, a little give and go out of the corner, and the Blades able to break that up. Kept at the line by Kramer. Here's Such weaving through the traffic, backhand between the pads, but held by Eklund.
So important to get that puck out when you get to the top of your end, because they're just going to jam it right back. And there's usually a player open because they're behind the play, and there's the one you don't want open right down Broadway.
Fortunately, a stick from a Blade player gave her a little bit of trouble, and she couldn't get the shot off that she really wanted to.
Kramer off the face-off win. Bladed boards quickly across by Lager. That pass didn't click. A blast from the point. Mrs. Hyde comes around. Lager can't hold it. Kramer's shot is blocked, tipping it out to center.
There's a check.
Dangerous spot as Avery Anderson goes into the boards. Seems okay as she returns to her feet. No penalty coming. It's dug free by Such, and she leads a 2-on-1 at the blue line. Flips it across. Great opportunity. Top shelf goal for Josie Kelsenberg.
Well, you know, that should have been a check called on that play when she rode her into the boards, but they didn't call that. And then Centennial was able to take the puck the other way, get an odd rush, and you don't want that.
No, you definitely don't want that against a dangerous team.
Nice little feather pass, saucered it up. Yeah.
Get behind the defense like that, and you know.
Goalie's down, head up, knew that,
Yep.
went top shelf. Well, the Blades have to find a way to keep competing. It's 2-0, but just keep playing and try to do some good things.
Kelsenberg's 4th goal on the season, guys.
Dumped in deep. Semling first one there. She's held up along the boards. Brnovic comes up with the puck, circles back to the corner and in behind.
Now, what do we have that whistle?
Hand pass? They're taking the face off outside.
Okay.
Another face-off win for Brnovic. Into the zone. Brnovic drops. Lindquist the shot. Wayland the save. She'll hold for a face-off.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. Win the draw, get an open player in the middle, get her a pass, take the shot.
Well, you need to make something happen, and you obviously got to get pressure on the goaltender.
Yeah. Wayland comes in 2-0-1. 9.95 goals against and a .953 saves percentage.
Yeah,
That's none too shabby.
it's accolades to what's around her as well.
Oh,
Of course.
absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Wagner sweeps it to the slot. Only one there was June
There's a check.
Semling. And
Wow.
how is that not
How
called?
is that not a check? She rode her right into the wall.
Maybe a little bit of a, on they play. Swung around Semling. Trying to jam it past the defender, able to do so, but Brnovic can't reach back for it. As Swegan steps up in support, she leads the rush as they get a line change behind her. Stays out of the reach of some stick checks. Pass to Bowden, weaving in and puts it in right on Wayland, who covers for another offensive zone draw for the home squad.
Yeah, good idea by Tessa there. She's able to get to the net. Couldn't get much on it. She was behind the net. But
Oh, she covered that corner pretty well. It was going to be tough to get it past her, but
yeah,
from that angle.
yeah, she had a little time. She could have. Look at that nice little elbow
Yeah,
check.
I don't understand that.
That's
I mean, that's about as egregious as you get.
yeah. Well,
But-
evidently they're going to let them play. Yep.
Quick opportunity out front again, and they're just working their playbook, staying in structure, and it's leading to great opportunities. Bowden along the near boards, trying to find some room. It evaporates quickly. At the blue line is Wolter. Maintains into the corner. She's bumped there, stays in possession, plays it back to the point. Quick shot misses wide for Melanie Reff. Off the deflection, Bowden will skate to center. Fought her way through some stick work and then gets it in deep. Good step up at the line. Bernovic not able to keep it in. Now they're
Yeah, it's all right.
whistled down offside.
It's okay. Get a whistle. Get your lines reestablished and keep at it.
You want to get some offensive presence for the Blades. Being outshot 9-5 so far, but you can see why this Centennial Spring Lake Park team is rated so high and undefeated.
Yeah, they just play hockey the right way. They move the puck. They're structured well.
Shot up high in the chest of Wayland. She'll hold for another face-off. The more time they spend down here, certainly the better
Yes.
for the Blades.
Yeah.
Love to be able to try and trim the lead before the first intermission if possible.
Yeah, and this line's held their own. They're doing a good job. Just the other two lines have to keep grinding and hang in there.
Semling and Bernovic in there for the Blades. Digging at it for Centennial is such. It's Bernovic that comes out of the pile. Plays it out to a Swegan. She walks in, moves to her backhand, plays across out of the reach of Lager. Down low, sent it out front. Lindquist was tied up. There's a shot from the point, tipped, rebound is loose, still loose, and now fired out by the Cougars. And Swegan back at her own blue line. We'll circle back. Pressure coming, they're able to work it up the far boards. Semling lost it as she went to drag. That pass hit Kelsenberg in the skates, kept the zone for the Blades. Played back in deep. Semling in alone as most everybody else is trying to get off. That one kicked ahead, and that is touched by Avery Anderson, so no icing came in on that anyway. Anderson off the boards. Reed reaches back to keep it. Plays it into the zone. Quickly turned around by the Cougars, but a good hold by Anderson on the far boards, and Reed puts another one into the chest of Wayland. And as long as you keep aiming at the letters on the sweater, you're going to end up with a 0 on the board.
Yeah, and you'll get a face-off. But they're getting shots. They're having shots, which is that's what you need.
Like
more of
that
right
one,
there.
low,
Yep.
and that was loose. She's left a couple of rebounds, but many of the 8 shots have been right into the breadbasket, making it easy for her to hold and get a face-up. The Blades have actually done pretty well in the dot in this first period.
Yeah.
Caitlin Easton pokes it free. Plays through center, dumps it deep, gives chase, gets there first.
There's another nice right out. And player on the ground. I guess they don't mind checking today.
It's,
And there's a trip.
and still play
Now call.
continues.
And I'm not being a homer.
I mean,
No, it's just blatant.
It's hard because, and as long as they get away with it, you know the girls in red are going to continue to play that way.
Oh, absolutely.
And to a certain extent, you know, there is riding a player out is allowed. I thought there was a definite finish on Semling.
Yeah.
This one, it's there's an awful lot of loud contact with the boards to not be considered. The trip at center ice was as blatant as they come, but that's just my assessment, and I am a homer. But I freely admit to it. I don't know that can over that my homerness really has any impact. I mean, just befuddled is Coach Gutterman.
Yeah, he is, and he should be.
And I mean, you're down 2-0, and you did have one power play, but there have been at least 3 and maybe 4 obviously missed calls. One that directly led to their second goal.
Yeah, exactly. It did. But you play on, as they say. Oh, there you get tangled up. I didn't call that. Okay.
Well, and the danger you run into is frustration on the other side and somewhat of retaliation.
Yes.
There's another one that Wheeland takes into the midsection and settles for another faceoff.
Well, if you let it happen, the game will get very physical.
Right. Well, the Blades are getting some presence down here in their end. That as Joe mentioned, if you're shooting for the letters on the sweater, you're not going to get it past her. But they are getting some opportunities now out shooting.
Semling wins a puck battle in the corner. Tried to play across on the backhand. That was kicked out to center by Kelsenberg. Recovered by Semling. She circles, gets it back in, sends it in on the backhand. Gets past Ewan, plays it out to the point. Alphen holds there, but picking it up is Such. Such leads the rush, has Lager. Lager's shot stick to the far boards by Eckel. Bouncing puck gets away from Semling. Semling throws a bit of a check and then goes for a change. The other end, Bernovic tried to go top shelf, and getting just a piece of it was Waywood. Bernovic out of the corner, that pass out of the reach of Solomon. Back out at center is Oswego. Waiting for teammates to clear. Finds Anna Pitson in the middle. She shovels it in deep. Off the back of the net, recovered by Bucciaconi. She's ridden off on the near boards by Anna Pitson. Battle ensues. Puck comes loose. Oswego's shot took a weird bounce off of Kramer out front as she fanned on the clear attempt.
Well, that's why you shoot the puck. You never know what's going to happen.
2 number 9s chasing one another there. Number 9 and number 9. And number 9.
Number 9.
Under 90 seconds remaining in this opening period. A 2-0 lead for Centennial Spring Lake Park. Goals from Ganetz and Josie Kelsenberg. But outside of some questionable non-calls, the Blades have held their own through the first 17.
Yeah, they have. I like the flow
almost
of their,
60.
I like the flow of their game the last 8-9 minutes. They were moving the puck. They're skating very well. Just have to keep doing that.
Face off to the left of Eckel, won by
nice pass.
the Blades, and here's Semling on a breakaway. Semling goes to the backhand and misses wide. That was a great face-off play, executed perfectly, but Semling unable to cash in. Shot from the point, deflected, misses just wide. Semling recovers. Circles, fanned on the shot attempt as she lost an edge, continues to work for it. On her belly, gets it down low. Lindquist can't control as it's poked away, but Bernovic recovers for the Blades. Out to the point, Pitson across, Alphen sidesteps, takes a shot, deflected and off the side of the cage. Lindquist recovers near side, back out to Alphen at the point. Alphen walks to the middle, tied up, taken down, and that leads to a 2-on-1. The other way, Centennial is shot, a blocker save up over the glass for Eckel. 22 seconds to go.
Yeah, every time we have one of those opportunities there, it just leads to a 2-on-1 rush. But when you look at the replay here, nice job. That was a beautiful bank pass. And Semling, watch her at the end. She just doesn't quite get her hands out there. Her bottom hand has to slide to get that stick out
Wayland
more.
actually got a toe on the pull to the backhand. I did not catch that. I thought it just, Semling did get it back and directed just wide, but maybe got a little too close.
A little more hand adjustment. She had that right in the basket. Play right to the end here.
Perot sending it out front. Goes all the way across. Pitson gets to center, sends it down. The buzzer sounds. And the Blades will go to the locker room down 2-0, but should feel pretty good about the way they played during the majority of that first period.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they started okay. They kept grinding away. Centennial just took advantage of the mistakes they made, covering in front of that net, and then that 2-on-1 opportunity. Other than that, very good period by the Blades.
Well, and it always makes it extra difficult when you're forced to play the team on the ice on the other bench, and the one in stripes as well. Down on the bench with Coach Gutterman is our Howie Shapiro.
Thanks, Joe. Coach, you know, a tough start for you in the beginning of this game, I thought. Some of the things we talked about, that pass from behind the net out in front, quality shots. But I thought in the last 8-9 minutes, you guys did a really nice job of kind of settling things down. Talk about what you saw in that first period.
Yeah, I think we came out like a deer in headlights a little bit there to start. But then we started playing. I mean, you look, shots are 14-12, and I think we had 3 or 4 that didn't get put up on a power play early. So, you know, I like our game right now. They have some finishers, right? So if we give them quality chances, it's going in the back of our net. So we got to shore up our D zone and then take advantage when we're in the offensive zone.
Game has kind of been a little physical. The refs are letting things get away. What's your thoughts on that aspect?
You know, I think we got to be careful here. I got to be careful, but we got to protect players. And I think there's a few that obviously could have got called in both ways, right? But at least it's consistency, so we'll just have to keep playing a physical game and see what happens.
Biggest message to the girls in between period?
Just keep doing what we did to finish that period. And I think we got to get hungrier around the net. We got to get a couple ugly ones. You know, all it takes is one to get back in this thing, and then we'll see what happens.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Howie. We will take a break. First intermission at Centennial Spring Lake Park 2, the River Cities Blades 0. Winston, nice hands, drives and scores. Picked him off, beautifully done. Breakaway shot to goal, just like that. Back at the Crick, first intermission, the number 3 ranked Centennial Spring Lake Park squad, a 2-0 lead. And the home squad right now 15th in the rankings. Certainly held their own, especially late in the period. Joe Yund along with Jerry Grant and Howie Shapiro, and especially as Howie talked about in the intermission with Coach Gutterman, the last half of the period, they spent a lot of time in the offensive zone and were able to get some opportunities.
Yeah, well, the key was they were able to get out of their own zone. They had some nice breakouts earlier in the period, like Coach Gutterman said. They're a little nervous. They're bumping the puck, losing it at their own blue line. Then Centennial would just jam it back down and run their low play, and that's how they got their first goal. But once they settled down, started moving the puck, I thought good things happened.
You know, Jerry, you talked about confidence in that first period, and, you know, I thought you saw a little bit of that come back to the Blades even after that first tough start for them.
Well, and it's really difference of Centennial Spring Lake Park just being able to capitalize on their opportunities. Gannett's a one-timer a minute into the game, put them on the board, and then they get a 2-on-1 off, you know, a defense being just a little too aggressive at the offensive blue line, and a good shot at the end to go upstairs and make it a 2-0 game. But then the latter part, the Blades definitely got their opportunities as well. A great chance on the rebound there, and then off a face-off win, a set play, indirect, sends Simling in alone, just not able to finish. Got the goaltender down and just not able to get the angle and get it back in to the cage. And they had a couple of other good shots after that as well, and you see the numbers at the end, they're actually out shooting them.
Yeah, you know, and I think that's one of the things Coach Gutterman said. We're pleased with that effort that we had at the end and just continue to do what we were doing. And, you know, you saw that opportunity by June. That was such a great chance for them to bury one. Unfortunately, they're looking to get that in the second.
Well, and I would think, Jerry, coming out, the Cougars are aware they were not really in control the second part of that first period.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they had a message that way. This team's a little better than you might be thinking, ladies. You better get going again because they're hanging around, and all it takes that first goal, and the momentum changes.
Yeah, and it is 2-0, so next goal is going to be crucial. Who will get it, we'll find out as the second period drops next on CTN. Back at the creek, getting ready for puck drop on period number 2. These two squads, obviously Northwest Suburban Conference foes. Longtime rivals since before either co-opted and became conglomerated. And these two teams will meet again in just 2.5 weeks.
Yep. So they get a chance to see each other relatively early in the season a couple of times.
Yeah, Coach Gutterman talking about that, the up and down nature of their schedule. About half of their schedule against top 20 teams, the other half not so much. And how do you ride that roller coaster and get what you need out of every game? Said just focus on our game and playing the way we want to play every night, no matter which opponent is coming out of the other locker room. I also talked to him about, seeing Centennial so close back-to-back, not just a conference but a section opponent. He said, I would have much rather seen that second contest deeper into the schedule, closer to tournament time to really know, kind of how much each team had progressed and get a real good look at one of the top teams in the section, closer to that tournament.
Agreed, but that's just how the scheduling goes sometimes.
Alphen's shot was deflected and did not make it through. She stops it up again just outside the blue line. They would have been offside. Other way quickly comes Centennial. Ganetz plays it down to Wagner in the corner, gets it back, backs away, her shot. Hit a body out front, deflected into the corner. Lindquist sweeps it behind. It's out of the reach of Bernovic. She'll track it down in the corner. Try to stretch it out for Semling. It's deflected by Centennial and comes all the way down on the netminder Wayland. She'll cover it up. And it'll be a face-off in the Cougars' end. Less than a minute into the second.
Yeah, that's good. That's what you want. That's the kind of start you're looking for. Get the puck down in their end, get some chances, play some good defense, get in the way of some shots, battle for the puck.
Yeah, just continue that momentum they ended that first period with.
A quick exit for Centennial. Kelsenberg on the rush. Trying to poke it in, holding her ground and making the save is Eckel. As Kelsenberg was looking for her second of the game.
Yeah.
And that is how you attack off a face-off win in your own end. Just like lightning from one end to the other.
Yeah, you just have to make sure you get back. That's been a problem so far for the Blades.
And that was the first key for Coach Gutty, is that we have to get back. We cannot let a team like this get behind us.
Yeah, they're getting behind them way too many times.
Easton battling with Such, plays it to the line but not out. Ref's shot deflected into the corner by Oswego. Such trying to center. That was stopped up. Reed plays it up the boards. Pitson can't get a stick on it. Ref plays it across the top of the blue. Hewlin pokes at it. Bowden plays it behind for the Blades. Solomon reverses. Oswego pressured. Lost the handle a bit. Kelsenberg trying to set her. Swept at by the Blades. Ref a shot off the side of the cage. Kelsenberg couldn't control. Pitson shovels it to the line. Ref kicks it down. Backhanded into the corner by Kelsenberg. Lager locks up there with Pitson. Puck bounces free. Such an opportunity and turned away by Eckel. Bowden plays it to the line, not out, comes right back to her. Now across, Anna Pitson a little bit of room. Fires it down on goal, so no icing and an opportunity for everybody to get fresh on the ice.
He survived that one.
And a quick opportunity end-to-end for Centennial. Renslow just tips it in deep, trying to catch him in that line change. Good recovery by the home squad. Renslow can't get it back in deep. Puck bounces to Avery Anderson. She takes flight down the right wing. Gets to the line, dumps it in, gives chase. She'll be the first one there behind. Leaves it there. And unable to get control is Johnson. Renslow back the other way for Centennial. Spring Lake Park gets it deep. Alphen will reverse.
Got to beat that pinch.
This one played through the top of the circle all the way back out to center. First one there was Ref. Stopped up by Anderson. Forced into the zone. Brnovic fresh onto the ice, gaining control. Slips it back in deep. This one swung around. Renslow flips it out. Semling got a piece of it. No, she did not.
Okay.
So that will be icing. And first unit on the ice for the Blades will have an offensive draw.
Yeah, good start. Got their feet moving again. That's the way to go. Just keep moving those feet. Keep battling.
It's really important to take advantage of opportunities when you get them. You're not going to get a lot against this team, but you got to bury goals when you have opportunity.
Gannett's able to win the draw, swung around and out. Getting there just in time was Solomon to keep it off of, keep Wagner from getting to it with speed. This one dumped in by Centennial. Oswego out of the corner, that's disrupted. First one there, Wagner sweeps it out to the point. Sent right back in by Euland. She takes a bump from Semling. No, oh, there is going to be a call.
Well, now they're going to call it. It's the same thing they didn't call in the first period.
But I thought this was a bit of a heavier check, but as opposed to a rub out.
Yeah.
But it's a fine line, and
well, as you
opportunity for Centennial on the power play for the first time.
One of you guys mentioned that they'll play like that until they get caught. So I'm sure it works for both sides.
Yeah, well, if they're going to start calling that, do it consistently, that's fine.
Oswego can't get the clear, kept in by Gannett. She'll get it back out of the corner, near side. Lager trying to go back to her, blocked by Brnovic, but she lost her stick in the process. Still battling. Centennial swings it back to Lager, top of the circles out front, a one-timer, and just getting a toe on it was Eckel. Blades able to get the clear, and Brnovic recovers her stick but heads for the bench. Good pressure, shorthanded, just tie it up down low. Bowden circling around, a goal! Tessa Bowden's first of the year, comes shorthanded and cuts the lead in half early in this second period.
Jerry, you never know when you're going to get an opportunity, and that's what we just talked about. Making those opportunities count. You turn the puck over and you get an opportunity to get a goal. And Tessa Bowden made him pay.
And a short-hander of all things.
Yeah, cuts that lead in half.
Well, and a great job in the corner, tying it up by Bella Lindquist, drawing two Centennial players to her. Bowden comes in, skates away with the loose puck. Forces Wayland to make the save on the first one and then capitalizes on a rebound. And now Centennial, though, still has a fair amount of time on this power play. Right back into the offensive end. And that one's taken away and cleared by Caitlin Easton. Bowden will bring some pressure, reverse, hit the door funny. A collision out front as Easton was taken off her skates. Bowden shrugged off by Wagner.
With the referee again.
Couldn't clear the zone. Bowden not able to get it out either. Puck still bouncing. Easton able to sweep it out to center. Quick turn by Wagner. She'll dump it back in deep. It'll swing around far side. Renslow first one there. Gets it down low for Perreault. Back on the boards for Wolter. Back into the corner. Perreault had it taken from her, played off the boards and out. Wagner will chase it down back at her own end. A couple of new legs on the ice for the River City Blades. Wolter down the left wing. Slips past a check into the referee's skates again, and it allows the Blades to clear it to center. Just 5 seconds left on the power play. Assembling on her feet and now back on the ice.
Good penalty kill. I love it.
Really good.
Oh, no.
And then they score right away. Again, lost track. Melanie Raff right on top of the blue paint. A pass from below the goal line, a one-timer, and back to a 2-goal lead for Centennial.
Yeah, you just have to cover that player in front. The player behind the net is not your major concern.
it's
You can
one
stay
in
there
front.
all day. You
Yep.
got to cover that kid standing by the goal crease, and that's something you just have to keep working on in this game.
That's her first goal of the season, and that really
It was.
takes the momentum away.
Yeah, and she's got time. I mean, she's okay there. I mean, she's
Yeah,
not a
no
threat.
one there.
She's all the way on the boards
Yep.
back there. She's not going to be able to make the turn and come around. You got to cover that player.
Yeah, that's and again, it deflates that momentum that they had.
Just seconds after the power play had ended.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Dump in hit Bernovic on the skates, comes back to Lindquist, a one-timer for Semling. Deflected up and out of play. Good stick by Brooke Hewlin.
Yeah, definitely. Good, very good stick by Hewlin because Semling had a nice open up there, and she had a good shot towards the goal line.
Well, she scored a goal from that, basically that similar shot against Elk River the other night.
All 3 of her goals against Elk River on Tuesday coming on the power play. But she has an elite level shot. This one from the point, deflected and ends up wide. Bernovic sends it around to the near side. Cougars trying to send that back to the defense. Nearly put it in danger, but they're able to turn it into an odd man rush. Pass across, one-timer just wide for Lager.
And she had a wide open net as well.
Boy, Mia Such can really pass the puck, too.
Yeah, she can.
A block at the top by Lindquist. She recovers on the rush as Semling with her, trying to get it out front. But a good recovery. This one played up and out of play by Bucciaconi.
Yeah, had her. The back check was great. Just a little bit quicker. Might have got that puck across, but give Centennial credit. Open players, a lot of open players.
The backhanded sauce for Mia Such.
Are you saying
And the
she's,
redirect by Lager was just wide.
are you saying she's such a good passer? Come on, 1 or 2 a game, you're not surprised.
Okay, well, here they go
Again,
again.
numbers coming. Speed on the rush. Forced to stop up along the near boards. Blades able to force a turnover. Alphen played it across out of the reach of Bowden. Bowden able to poke it free. And in deep, Bucciaconi circles behind her own net. Pressure coming from Easton. She swings it back behind. Bowden, first one there, will take it away for the home squad. Bowden, top of the zone. Leaves it for a swing, and his shot misses everything. But recovered off the end boards by Bowden, top of the zone. She'll take the shot through traffic. That hit a body and ended up being chipped over the net. Pitson trying to get there first. Pitson tied up by a couple of Cougar bodies. Poking at it is Bowden. She'll take a little bump from behind as another joins the fray. 5 players in that scrum. Bowden ends up with a loose puck trying to center. Easton couldn't control. Coming away from the mess was Ella Perot. She tried to stretch it out. It was deflected all the way down. That'll be icing. And a face-off back in the Centennial Spring Lake Park end. Just under 9 minutes remaining in period number 2.
Well, that was an excellent shift, Holly, because they put the forecheck on. They kept battling for every loose puck. They supported each other. They made sure the third player dropped back a little higher, and they get to keep doing that.
Face-off win, but a good step up by Oswego, and that pass didn't click. That'll be another icing. But you see him getting bodies in the neutral zone early, just trying to force the puck out there.
Well, you know what they say, Joe, as a defender, if you're going to go, you got to go. You can't hesitate for a half a second. If you make your mind up to go, you go, because that half a second is going to cause you some problems.
Well, and you better win.
And then you better win
With
the
this,
battle.
with the how much these girls get up ice in numbers, you have to stop puck or body, or both. Solomon swings it around. Got past Johnson, but out to center. Centennial able to turn it around, and that hit a body on the bench. Face off just outside the Blades blue line.
Yeah, and the Blades are out shooting them still, Howie, 18-17. So they're putting in the effort to just a couple mistakes here and there have cost them.
You know, and I think the biggest thing that they know they can play with them. I mean, they've proven that. You know, it's 3-1. It was a tough third goal to give up, but they know they can play with them. I just think they got to continue to do what they do.
Opportunity out front. Wagner's backhand turned away by Eckel. Recovers cycle out of the far corner. Centering attempt denied. Shot from long range. Sucked up by Eckel, and she'll hold for a faceoff.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Just the little things are making a difference. Like a little turnover here. All of a sudden, somebody pops wide open into the open spot there, and they get a nice shot. So you just got to tighten up those things. But it's early in the year.
It is.
Yeah. You say everybody's putting in a good effort, just learning where to be at the right time.
Ciccone had it roll off the toe of her stick, pressured by Lindquist. She plays it down low. Such tried to chip it out front.
Oh,
that was denied. Little bump. But up to recover it. It's not their job to get out of the way, but it is. A chance right on the doorstep. What a save! Eckel with the stick denies Wagner point blank with a wide open, or Such point blank with a wide open net. Just reached back. There was 24 feet of gaping cage in front of her. If there were some way for the Blades to come back in this contest, that would possibly be a pivotal moment, because wow, what an effort for Eckel. Should never have been put in a position to have Such walking across the crease all alone like that to begin with, but then after being clearly beaten to reach back and make up for it.
Yeah, love to see a goaltender never give up on the puck. That's what happens when you don't give up.
Fantastic save.
Yeah, you give up that fourth goal in that situation, and it's really a deflator.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Pitson trying to push it toward the net. Off a shin pad into the far corner. Solomon pressuring all the way down along the end boards. Recovered by Bowden. Bowden, top of the circles. Looks to get it down low. Pitson on the backhand. Can't jam it home. Recovering is Easton. Up top, it was in the skates of Easton. Deflects all the way down. Centennial will get line change. Fired off the board, back out to center. Anna Pitson tips it in. It's going right in on goal. And Wayland has seen enough. She'll cover it up, make sure they complete their line change, as they found themselves pinned in their end.
Yeah.
What a save. Unbelievable. Should never happen. Never put your goalie in that position.
Wow.
But
gets that stick across. Just beauty.
Yeah.
On the forehand, too.
Yeah.
Such.
And she's a goal scorer.
If the Blades were to come back and win this game, Such will be having nightmares. Bowden, a shot, just misses, trying to go back to the near side. Pitson tied up along the end boards. The Cougars able to come away with it. That pass out of the reach of Renslow and all the way down for another icing. Just a tick under 6 minutes remaining in the opening, in the middle period.
Yeah, Bowden's line's having a nice game. They found a good matchup here where they're able to pretty much dominate that line they're playing against.
I mean, look at the chance here.
Well, I really like the makeup of this line with Bowden and Easton and Lindquist.
Right.
They're working hard.
Well, we talked about that another line's going to have to step up, because they know that first line's going to contribute.
Battle in the corner, poked at, comes free. Bernovic takes a look, skates behind, had it tipped off her stick. Lindquist sweeps it through the blue paint. Olivia Pitson trying to hold, able to win the puck back, plays it in, pass a little bit behind Lindquist, leaves it. Semling walking in, her shot. Blocked out front, and they spring the weak side wing. Wagner. Speed down the left boards. Good stick by Pitson. Centering attempt broken up by Alphin. She's tied up, and that's a huge hit.
That
And
one's definitely.
That was
there's a
two
dump
players
afterwards.
just.
Well, that's what
not-
happens. Yeah.
I don't think there was any intent for
No,
that hit.
a collision.
I don't know that either of those players saw the hit coming, and unfortunately, possibly taking the bad end of that,
And she
just
seems,
reaching back and.
Yeah. Ouch. Well, when you all of a sudden you see the flash of somebody else in your way, your reaction is to kind of brace yourself.
right.
and-
Well, yeah. I mean, nobody, as you mentioned, nobody was intending to inflict a hit like that. It's just
Yeah, that's,
unfortunate.
That's one of their nice players too.
Two
Yeah.
players going hard for the
And it
puck.
was-
Gets
and it was Semling
Gannett
as well,
takes
so.
the
But the
harder part of the hit.
Yeah, nobody looks hurt, so that's good.
Centennial Spring Lake Park certainly does not want her off the ice. We hope she's okay.
Oh, good pinch there.
They stay with it, and they get it right back to Kelsenberg. Kelsenberg waiting for help, had it tipped off her stick. Centennial Spring Lake Park right back on the attack. Good forecheck in deep. Tried to go back up top, taken away by Semling. Semling, one-on-one against Bucciaconi down the right wing. Will take it behind instead. Circles the zone. Fires through traffic. I don't know how much Wayland saw that, but she got herself in position. Bernovic is shot down low, but didn't make it through. This one fired up the boards, knocked down by a Sweegan. Quick
pressure on it.
regroup at the blue
Keep
line.
going.
Solomon will dump it in.
Yep, nobody at the
This one
reverse.
comes back around and off of that Zamboni door again. Such plays it in, bouncing puck, corralled and held. And we'll have a face-off in the Blades' end. 3-1, 3:46 to go, period number 2.
Yeah, good pace. The game is the team played at a nice pace. Echo with a good decision there, just to freeze the puck. Those bouncers are tough on it.
Yeah, it's always tough, but just smartly, just make sure she covers up on it. Just
Raff.
force that face off.
Plays it down deep. Wolter down in the corner. Bumped there by Alphen, able to come away with the puck. Up the far boards. Top of the zone. Across, Raff a shot. Shoulder save. Puck went off a defender right back into the sliding Eckel. And a couple of bounces going the home team's way here in this second period. First Eckel with that reach back on the wide open net. Then a bouncing puck coming right back into her. And
Yeah, she's doing her job. She's
She is.
seeing the puck and she's keeping her body in front of it. So
Well, she's not intimidated by a team like this. 'Cause,
No.
you know, she's just and she's just a youngster as well.
yeah, you love playing against good teams.
Yep, makes you better.
Alphen stops up, tries to play it out the middle and does. Ref intercepts in front of Bowden, plays it back in deep. Says try again. Alphen trying to get it to Pitson. Ref again steps up. This time able to keep it in the zone. The pass bounced away from Renslow. Alphen trying to get it to the far side. That was intercepted. Able to bring it back to the near side. Pitson to Pitson.
Right idea.
And then off the board, a little too much on it, and that'll be icing.
That was the right idea. That
I
pass
like the
was
thought.
there.
I did like the thought.
It was
Correct.
just a matter of pace. Bad angle.
Yeah, a
When you get
little
tight to
more,
the
little
boards.
more angle and a little less speed.
Yep, tight to the
and
boards, a different angle.
That sends you in beautifully down the wing.
Know your math. That's why you take geometry classes, Howie. You got to know those angles.
You have to know those angles. That's why I own several triangles.
Oh, good.
Yeah, compasses.
Another face-off win for Bernovic. Solomon behind her net.
Careful.
Pressure comes, forces the turnover. Bernovic down in the slot to get the puck back, settle things down, and start the team back to the other end. Lindquist down the near corner. Up top, Oswego. Handcuffed by the pass a little bit, sends it back down. Backdoor shot, rebound goal! June Semling nets her 5th of the season on the backhand and makes it a 1-goal game once again.
Yeah, and you
Great
don't allow
vision.
that. You don't allow that team to get momentum after going up 3-1. You come back and you get that goal to make it 3-2, and that's a huge goal because it puts the momentum right back into the side of the blades.
Yeah, that was just a nice play all around. You see it on the replay here with Lindquist, nice pass. Bernabek one-timer, goalie makes a save, but that's a hard rebound to control.
Yep.
Sumling's right where she needed to be to tuck it in.
Cougars back on the attack, looking for the answer. Semling down the wing, takes a shot, blocker save, big bouncing rebound.
Penalty.
And Semling is going back to the penalty box.
That's unfortunate.
Tied up with Euland as the rebound was bouncing around.
Yeah, Coach Gutterman's going like, okay, what?
He's looking for an explanation.
She finished a little
Yeah,
bit.
she did.
And she's, I mean,
Oh, there you go.
she's one of their best penalty killers as well,
Yeah.
so it's tough to lose her. But her second, and she's one that we've seen in the games we've done already, can let her emotions get to her and express her frustrations. And the fact that she is a stronger skater and player than a lot of the other girls on the ice, it kind of magnifies the difference in her strength on her skates. Bucciaconi carries in her shot, turned away by Eckel, and into the corner. It's a big PK for the home squad, having just cut it to a 1-goal lead. Bucciaconi from the point, glove save by Eckel, and she'll hold for the face-off. A little bit of extracurriculars after the whistle, and both teams looking at the referee saying, well, what about her? No, what about her? And we are going to see penalties going both ways. It's number 9 and number 9.
Uh-oh. Again.
Those two have been around one another, defending each other, bothering each other.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a competition going between those two.
So we'll stay 5-on-4. Another face-off win. Good movement on the power play. Gannett's good to see her back on the ice for Centennial after taking that hit. And then she coughs it up. Here's Alphen racing to the other end. Alphen shot up high into the glove of Wayland. She'll hold on.
Good job by Alphen. That's the way to kill a penalty. If they're going to let you take the puck and keep backing up, go for the net. Got a shot, got a whistle. And the whistles are good when you're killing a penalty.
Offensive zone faceoffs are great for the PK.
Oh, absolutely.
Lager circles back. Comes right back to Bucciaconi. She will race through center into the zone. Left side leaves it back for Lager. Easton was ready, broke it up. Fan on the clear attempt, keeps it alive, an opportunity, and that shot misses wide for Renslow.
Keep handling.
Or Perot, rather. Played around by Wolter, back out at the point. Bucciaconi playing it left side, back to the right side. Good stick by Tessa Bowden. Blocks that shot up and out of play. 10 seconds left in the period, 16 in the power play.
Yep, that was a very good stick because that was a really nice opportunity there. So.
Boy, great puck movement from Centennial.
Yeah, they found
Spring
the open
Lake
player.
Park. They drew everyone to the left and then back to the right and had what looked like a wide open shot, except for Tessa Bowden getting the stick in there.
Win those battles right now. There you go. Keep her on the wall.
Perot turns. That's deflected and won't get on net. Renslow recovering out to the point. Ref shot wasn't going to get through anyway, but the buzzer sounds. And we will go to the locker room with a 1-goal game, and the physicality has continued. But Centennial Spring Lake Park has to be feeling the pressure with a shorthanded goal given up in that period and a conference and section opponent right on their heels. Howie Shapiro is down on the bench with their head coach. Howie?
Thanks, Joe. Coach, momentum changes really for both sides through for first 2 periods. Tell us a little your thoughts through 2.
Yeah, it's been a pretty physical game. You know, it's kind of gotten us a little off our game. We kind of just got to get back to the basics here, but it's been a good game so far.
What do you talk to your girls about other than getting back to the basics into that 3rd period?
Just kind of reasserting kind of territorial play down in their zone, kind of control the play, move pucks quick, get pucks, win battles, boards battles, and just kind of stop running around a little bit.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the 3rd period. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll talk about that 2nd period right after this.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center through 2 periods, Centennial Spring Lake Park holding the 1-goal advantage, but a really strong middle frame for the home team, Jerry.
Yep.
Has them right back in it and has to have Centennial a little bit concerned.
Yeah, well, the key was they were able to get out of their zone and not turn the puck over at the top of the blue line like they did, and they were able to get down, establish a forecheck, put pressure on them, and it's working.
Yeah, and when we talked to Coach Mullen, I think you could tell that a little bit in what his answers were. And, they're coming off a big 11-0 win over North Wright County. They think they're going to walk through. I give credit to the Blades. They're doing a really nice job of staying in this one.
Well, they came into the period feeling some momentum from the end of the first, but trailing 2-0. Get in hard on a forecheck, shorthanded. Tessa Bowden scoops up the loose puck, jams it home on her own rebound. Her first of the season, made it a 1-goal game. Unfortunately, just seconds after the power play ended, the Cougars able to make it back a 2-goal spread. And then a huge save. Giant, again, because after that, at that point, it would have been 4-1. Instead, it stays 3-1, and then that top line goes to work. Great cross-court or cross-ice pass from Lindquist leads to the one-timer, and then the finish on the rebound by June Semling has us back to a 1-goal game. And it's a one-shot difference as well. And really, if we did scoring chances, I think that would be pretty close also.
Well, guess what? I do have scoring chances.
The professor comes through.
The Cougars are outdoing them a little bit, but 13-8 on quality chances throughout the game. And the 2nd period, the Blades did a very nice job catching up because they got the puck down low and started getting some good shots.
Yeah, and Coach Gutterman said, we have to limit those really good shots by this team. And so I think for the most part, they've really done that.
It all comes down to the final 17. We've got a game for sure. Semling released from her confinement just 6 seconds into the period. Another feed out front, and Wagner on the backhand was not able to handle it. If that's a right-handed shot, a lot of trouble. They get Gannett's a great chance for a one-timer on the top of the paint as well. 2 of their 3 goals have come from exactly that. Passes from behind the net, out front, one-timers from right on the doorstep. Their 3rd goal came on a 2-on-1 break. Gannett's had the first of the game for Centennial. Her 7th of the season.
You think both coaches had to say, yeah, obviously, the next goal really is going to determine whoever scores it.
Semling trying to weave through. Too many bodies there in red. Knocked down at center ice by Olivia Pitson. Lindquist can't get the shot through. Turned back to center ice by Centennial. Alphen tied up and sent in deep by Katie Ball. Lindquist Trying to slip it through the middle for Bernovic, was a little behind her. Perot will dump it back in for Centennial. Walter tied up along the end board. Four players scrum. Alphen watching, waiting. She joins the fray. She comes away with the puck. Her pass deflected. She sweeps it to the corner. Walter back on the forecheck again. Play behind Lila Olson. A chance out front. A sliding save for Eckel. And the Blades able to play it back out to center. Hewlett turns it right back in. Olson sends it up the boards. No one home. Hewlett from the point. That misses wide. Ends up behind. Centering attempt deflected. Comes back to the corner. Swept out to the blue line by Renslow. Across. Hewlett a shot. Blocker saved by Eckel. Renslow sends it down low. Perot tied up behind the net. In to help poke at it is Walter. 5 bodies back there. Easton able to come up with it. She takes a hit, but gets it up the board for Anna Pitson. Pitson with speed. Down the right wing. Takes the shot. Knocked down with a glove by Whalen. Played to the line. Easton sends it in. She takes a bump, and there was some extra stick work, and it's going to be Renslow going to the box for the rough.
I think they got a slash and a rough.
I think that's probably the right call. They just had offsetting penalties that just got back on the ice, and I think they're just giving
that's all they're doing.
the penalty. And not how often do you see the initial? I think it's right to give her the call for the rough. Right? She runs into her after the puck is gone, but there's clearly a slash.
Yeah.
And so I think they got away with one there.
Well, you'll take those
Forced out of the
opportunities.
zone all the way down. Eckel just plays it into open ice. Pressure coming shorthanded. Ganetz fires it up over the cage, comes around. Kramer sends it back in deep.
Well, this is the opportunity the Blades are looking for.
Bernovic stops up, pivots on the far board.
The late line change here.
And this is going to be 5 on
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
That's a foolish
for
penalty.
123.
You take one of your better players off the ice.
Yeah, she's definitely trying to hammer some people once in a while today. A little frustration.
Yep.
But
Well, now
same
the
could be
Blades,
said. She
yeah.
took a hit hard from Semling, and
Well, the Blades need to
I think
score.
that was more coincidental. But
That's a crowd. That's
but
5
yeah,
minutes.
you can't.
That should be a 5-minute right
I
there.
think that's what they're discussing right now.
That's a check
I mean,
from
yeah,
behind
It's a
into the
hard
boards
finish. It's a
with
hard
the
finish.
cross-check.
She turned, so I understand, but it was a hard cross
Yes,
check
it was.
for sure. They have not put anything on the board, but she's getting 26. Hammer also stepping in, so yeah, it's
Yeah,
going to be 5.
That's a 5.
That's huge.
Yeah, you can't use the cross check and ride a player into the boards like that. That's just dangerous.
Now the fans are pretty fired up because of the way they, and it all starts with the non-calls in the first period.
Yeah.
They allowed this game to go really physical, and now just because of the way they went, and it's hard again because of where it was to not call that 5.
All right, you got to get that puck into that triangle area. You got to make that triangle work.
Walking in, Bernovic shoots. That's stopped up. Bowden recovers, skates back out. Still 5 on 3 for another 50 seconds. Through the seam, Semling takes a shot. Save with the handle of the stick for Whalen. Another shot turned away. Semling chops it back in.
Gotta win those battles.
Ooh, Semling chopping at it. Such thought she should get a call. Won't come. She ended up head first on the ice. A rebound loose. And able to hold on is Wayland with Eswegan right there hammering away at it.
Yeah, Whalen did a really nice job of just making sure she controlled that puck because there were a couple of gray jerseys right out in the front.
15 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Yeah, that slides back out to Bowden.
Yeah, it's a goal.
Easton wins the draw to the corner. Lexi Solomon recovers out to the point for Lindquist. Plays it across. Anna Pitson to Lindquist. Her shot is blocked to the boards.
Got to win the battle.
And here comes Wolter with speed. Pitson cuts her off. Puck sent in deep. First penalty is over, so 5-on-4 for the next 3:30. Bella Lindquist circles back. Under pressure from Renslow. She's dumped in the corner, but got it for Pitson. Pitson
Stepping up.
fluttered that one a bit. It gets through, though, to Solomon. She gets the zone, stops up. Plays it across. Pitson's shot, hit a skate, went wide. Tie up in the corner, won by Ball, and she plays it out. Bernovic. I remember her name.
Yeah, something like that.
Takes a bump from Ball, recovers the puck. Out for a Swegan. A Swegan tripped up. Puck still loose. Found by Ella Perot. Perot plays it out. Chance for Renslow. Back check gets there in time. Semling can't get it past Perot. Just a little cross check here, a little slash there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going both ways.
Yeah.
Well,
And again, we go
their
back
fault.
to first period.
Yep, it's their fault.
More than midway through, the major penalty to Gannett's. Couple of opportunities on this power play, but unable to find the equalizer just yet. Semling circles behind the net. From the face-off circle, that hits something out front, deflected up out over the cage. Bernovic lost the handle, swept out to center by Perot. Alphen waiting, pokes it away from Lager. Lager gets there first, sweeps it back out. Pitson plays it in. That's offside. Should be intentional, I assume. You go back to, oh, they're going to go to center.
Yeah, they're pointing at the center.
So you have to give Centennial Spring Lake Park a lot of credit. They're working really hard on these penalty kills, and they're battling every loose puck and forcing the Blades to make decisions, and you got to move that puck quick when they're putting pressure on you.
It's always tough to fight off a 5-on-3, and then especially with a major on top of that.
Cougars able to get the puck, play it all the way down, force the Blades to go 200 feet. Anna Pitson behind her own net. Skates away from Josie Kelsenberg. Down the right wing into the zone. A shot. Rebound left. Cleared to the boards. Pitson
Nice
tried
job.
to play it out front. Centennial intercepts, plays it all the way down.
Yeah, nice job clearing it out.
Lindquist pressured by Lager. A lot of stick work. You can get away with it when you've had the last two penalties called against you in a game like this. Another call against the visitors would have the bleachers would absolutely erupt.
Yeah.
Bowden attacks the circle on Ball, can't get around cleanly. The clear attempt rides the rail, but Semling is there to keep it in. Bernovic from the top of the circle misses wide. Semling recovers, will skate to the center of the ice. Her shot deflected, ends up wide. Poked up the boards and now sent all the way down.
Yeah,
Under 20 remaining.
Yeah, really good penalty kill.
Yeah, they're just not letting the Blades get to the middle of the rink.
Keeping them wide.
Long pass for Bowden at center. Bowden chips it in and gives chase. She'll get there first, but overskated it. And that'll do it for the 5-minute major. Centennial Spring Lake Park back to full strength, still leading by 1 midway through this third period. Reverse taken by Alphen, played it through the center of the ice. Nobody there in a gray jersey. Ball will dump it back in for Centennial. Oswegan awaits in the corner. Tried to sweep it back up the boards. That was rejected. Such tried to center out of the reach of Perot. Perot able to tip it and keep it in the zone. And Oswego says, let's just get a whistle, get our line straightened out, and take the face off in our own end.
Yeah, not a bad decision there. Getting a little tired. Had them on the run for a few minutes there. And just kind of get a breather, get a line shade.
You got to get fresh bodies for sure. This has been a high-paced, fast, aggressive game.
It's like a playoff game. These teams are after each other. And it's a good game to have early in the year because you really test where you're at. And so far, the Blades have done a great job.
Agree.
Oswego sweeps it around. Avery Anderson waits. Took a funny bounce in that corner as well. And chance out front, misses just wide. Perot recovers for Centennial. Down to the corner, Walter centers. That time, Lexi Sullivan was waiting and protecting the top of the crease.
That's where she needs to be. Oh, nice count.
Again, 2 of the 3 goals come exactly that way. Solomon caught an edge, leads to numbers on the rush, but just fanning on the shot was Lillian Renslow. Out to the line, shot through traffic, and it hit someone out front, deflected into the corner. They're tied up there, Solomon and Renslow. Comes free, Caitlin Easton able to at least force it out to center. Perot gets it turned around. That one fired off the boards all the way down by Oswego again. And this time she'll head for a line change. Face off in the defensive end for the home squad. 7:19 to go in this third period.
Yep, Centennial SLP is up their forecheck game, Howie. They're pressuring that puck all over the place, and the Blades have to get their composure, gather the puck, and the big thing is to get the puck out of their zone. They got trapped in a couple times, and they could have got out.
Well, you know, that was the message from Coach Molan to them, is just continue, let's put pressure on them and play our game. That's kind of his motto from the beginning.
Bowden to Pitts, and a chance and a save by Whalen.
Yeah, it was a nice shot by Tetsu. Good little play by Tetsu. She took the defender and was able to have their second player, Pitson, sneak through and get the pass through to her. Just kind of dribble it through, and Pitson jumped on that.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. The second line has looked really good here tonight. Pitson, Bowden, and Easton. Bowden, top of the zone.
Yep, she kept it in by a whisker.
Down low, Pitson behind the net. Tried to center on the backhand. That was broken up by the stick of Whalen. Coming out of the near corner is Mia Such. Plays it off the board. Stopped up and turned around by Callie Alphin. Cougars send it back out. Slowed by Olivia Pitson, but they enforced ahead. And here comes Bella Lindquist. Lindquist with speed going side to side, cuts back across, takes a bump from Paul, maintains the puck, and now ridden off of it. And Such skates past the stick check of Semling, plays it off the boards, and guess what? there was a guy in stripes in the way. Bernovic is shot right into the glove of Whalen.
Yeah, Whalen can catch those. She's real good on shots she can see.
Yep.
That's why you got to get her to not see them.
Get her down and get her to
and
commit.
Low. They have seen her give up some rebounds on shots low, off the pads, off the stick, and anything up high though, she's done a real nice job of holding those in close and covering them up. But the ones down low have been short rebounds, which are the most dangerous. Long rebounds that go a long way away from the net. That's fine on your rebound control. Long pass to center, and that was offside as Catherine Jania had a little trouble settling a bouncing puck.
Yeah. Well,
that forced the play in offside.
Well, good thing, because I'll tell you what, their transition game is very quick. When they get a puck and they see an open player in the neutral zone, it's out there.
Well, and they fly the zone early too.
Yeah,
they trust in the capability of their defenders to get it through traffic and out to the mid-center. A good forced turnover in the offensive end. That top line going to work. Bernovic behind the net, trying to dance away from a couple of defenders. Such poking at it, waiting for it, digging for it. Semling in there as well. She's tied up. Bernovic out to Lindquist, her shot deflected and ends up wide. Circling with it is Bucciaconi. She's pressured by Brnovic behind. Stops up once more, goes back to her forehand, and now sends it what will be icing. Such will give it a heck of an effort, but she will not win that race with the vulcanized rubber.
Yep.
Yeah, they tried to spring someone, Jerry, but a little bit too much on it.
Yeah.
They like the stretch pass for
They
sure.
do.
They've got pieces on the back end that they can send it, and
Yeah.
they've got girls up front with speed and hands that can catch it, and that can be dangerous.
Yeah, it can. That's why you got to pressure those D, get them tired.
But really, realistically, the Blades should feel glad to see that the Cougars are moving to a stretch pass game that speaks to their confidence about their defensive zone play and their ability to break out without stretching the ice. That one-touch pass broke it up. Easton continues to battle, and here's a 2-on-1. Such has Perot, the pass in her skates. She settles, shoots wide. That was Wolter on the far side. The pass a little behind, and Easton just sends this down so they can get a line change.
Yeah, that line has to make sure there's a third person back.
Wolter shovels it in on the backhand. Olivia Pitson behind her own net. Pressure coming from Renslow. Another scrum along that end line. Brnovic seals the body, pokes away at the stick. Wolter will come out, force it free. Alphen jumps on the loose puck. She finds pressure right away. Perot plays it back in deep. Brnovic will now send it around. Lindquist up the boards. Brnovic flips it out to center. Bucciaconi in her own end, pressured by Bowden. Bowden able to win the puck, send it in. Lindquist there first. Lindquist stops up, takes a look, draws two defenders, lost the handle. Big collision again. The Cougars fans are out incensed. Alphen took a hard hit shortly thereafter. Holding at the blue line, but only momentarily. The puck deflects up and out of play.
Yeah, it's been a physical game. There's a lot of collisions today.
Since the
Avery
opening
Wagner a
jump.
little shaken up. She's the one they're looking at on the bench. That one should probably have been called
I
too.
think so too. I do as well.
A turnover. Semling shot turned away by Whelan.
Like the effort, just keep
Yeah,
going.
they're battling.
Keep going. Dig deep, got 2.5 minutes. Uh-oh.
That one just over the hand of Oswego, but ends up out of play. A souvenir or a free
Bag of
popcorn.
There you go.
There we go. Take the popcorn every
I
time.
would.
Yeah. A nice crowd today. It was light starting out at 1 o'clock, but people have filled in.
Yep.
Yeah, the game moved up, originally scheduled for 3 o'clock start, moved up to 1 to give the Spring Lake Park portion of Centennial Spring Lake Park an opportunity to get done with this game, get cleaned up, and get down to the bank to support the Panthers as they go for the 5A football crown this evening.
That game's at 4
A
o'clock.
turnover along the boards, an opportunity played out front, but Such could not get a stick on it. Bowden able to win the puck along the near boards. Has Anna Pitson with her. Pitson snaps it on net, and another one that Whelan could just bring into her body and hold for a face-off. Exactly 2 minutes remaining in the third period.
Jerry, when do you pull your keeper?
I'd probably look at about under a minute and a half. But one thing you know, you got to just kind of, well, right now you have a face-off on their end. It doesn't matter how aggressive you want to be. NHL, they're pulling their goalie at 5-4 minutes.
Yeah. But the timeout taken by Coach Gutterman.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll discuss it.
Yeah.
But again, you go back to the talent the other team has on the blue line. means you have to be on top of the puck. If you have to have possession really before you can pull that keeper. You'd love to have her out and have 6 on the faceoff, but you have to win the draw, because if they win the draw, they have girls that will target the net from 200 feet away, and if they are successful,
game over. Yeah, and they'll flip it out to the neutral zone and try to win a race like they've been doing a lot of the games. So, yeah, it's a matter. Well, it's early in the year. I mean, you're playing for February, so why not try it at some point here? And if you try it now, that's fine.
And as Joe mentioned, they're going to see each other again in a little over 2 weeks, so that'll be an interesting rematch when that comes.
It sure will. There's some.
I think both coaches are hoping for a different referee crew.
You think?
I would think so.
Well, and I think there have been they've been missed both ways.
Right.
I think the more egregious ones have really been committed by the Blades.
Yeah.
Especially in the second and third periods. The first period, we saw a lot of really bad non-calls that kept Centennial Spring Lake Park from having to kill off penalties, but a couple of ones that easily could have been called or called worse for the Blades here in the second and third periods. This one played around. Lager is there and just waiting is Eckel. She wants to get out, but they need possession. She is on her way to the bench. Bernovic leaves it on the cycle. Elfin tried to feed it to the middle. Bounces to Bernovic. Her shot hit a shin pad. Lager, or Kelsenberg rather, will just fire it all the way down. 1:25 to go.
Well, they had an opportunity there, just not able to get it off the wall and get to the other side of the ice. Got to get those people to move. Got to get that puck to the other side if you can, Howie, and then get them running around. That's when you'll find an opening.
Well, not real clean possession yet.
There it is.
Since that Semling fires one, misses everybody into the far corner.
Got to win every puck battle now.
Well, and wait for the right shot. Rather, all game long, the mantra should have been fire, fire, fire.
Right.
But now with your keeper out, down 1 in the final couple of minutes, you've got the numbers. Wait for the right shot.
There she is.
There it is. Oh, Bowden can't get much on it. Bernovic takes a hard hit, digging for the puck. But a good cover by Wayland.
Yeah, that was nice.
Great feed.
Yeah. Oh, right there. Just slipped
and
off her
just
stick.
off of the heel of her stick. And a good look at the finish from Brooke Hewland. And I mean, again, both teams, I'm sure, are frustrated a little bit. Timeout taken this time by Coach Mullen, and the Cougars want to keep their top defenders fresh.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Lindquist and Bowden have both had great games.
They really have.
She's got a pair of assists,
really
and
well.
she's been outstanding.
Yep.
Yeah, she's really good with the puck. She's able to move, see open ice, have her head up and look for the passes, and that's what you need.
Lindquist is a transfer from Osseo Park Center.
Yeah.
And really did such a good complementary piece to fit into that top line and fill the hole left by Lily McKenzie.
Right.
Because she's a great setup player.
Yeah.
As is Sydney Bernovic, really.
Right.
Bernovic is outstanding at passing the puck and finding seams and setting up her teammates.
Yeah.
But a nice complementary piece in as such as you thought probably Tessa Bowden would have slid in there, or maybe Caitlin Easton. But it allows those two to really anchor a strong second line that is going to be an advantage for this squad in a lot of their contests, and I think has been an advantage for them tonight. Taking it right to the net, Bernovic, and
good idea. Almost got there.
Starts some scrum, and there's clearly some bad blood between all the players on the ice. I don't know if Bernovic took another hit up high as she was going to the ice. And going to the net, 47 seconds left.
Keep winning those draws.
Fired around.
The battles.
Puck's tied up. This one forced to center by Lager. Back to recover is Swegan. Chased by Such. Plays it with a backhand behind, off the far boards. Lindquist tied up. Support comes from Bernovic. Trying to get it through the referee's skates has not been easy so far here tonight, and that's going to be a penalty. And maybe one she had to take with 20 seconds left.
All day long, the referees have just been in bad positions.
I know. It's comical.
I mean, their job is to get out of the way of playing.
Yeah, but I think to your point, Joe, I think she did have to take that penalty because there is a wide open net, obviously, and if you want to stay in it, at least give yourself a chance. Now, but unfortunately, now you got your goalie back in.
Yeah, well, again.
Well, and to skate out of it, if you had talked to Coach Gutterman and the girls and say you're going to go out there and you're going to outshoot the number 3 team in the state and you're going to lose by 1, I think they would have been okay with that.
I agree with you.
Trying to add to it late, but the one-timer by Wagner heeled into the corner, and they'll just tie it up there, and that will be the contest. And Centennial Spring Lake Park, a deep sigh and a wipe of the brow.
Yeah, absolutely.
As they really had to struggle to hold on to this win in a odd contest. It did have the feel of a playoff game. There was a lot more physicality than I would have expected coming in.
A lot of emotion.
And two teams that obviously know how important each matchup is between these two as conference and section rivals. Yep. They'll see each other again in a couple of weeks, and I imagine plenty of the bad blood from this afternoon will boil over again.
I'm sure.
On the 9th.
Yeah, well, for the Blades, you take out of this that you played hard the whole game. You outshot that team, and you didn't quit. You played right to the horn, and that's a game to build on.
When you go back to that big save when it was 3-1, that could have made it 4-1, and that really kept them in there, and they gave them that momentum to continue to play hard and right down to the wire.
Well, the whole team learned today that if we play this way, we can be in games. We can just go after people and just use our skating, play smart, get after the puck, battle all game long, and we'll be in games. So they got to keep that message and keep moving forward.
Well, and they outshot them 10-5 in the third period. Outscored them 3-2 after the first.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would expect the next time Centennial will be a little more amped up, a little more ready, and will be coming in hammer down, trying to build a big lead early. Yeah. But big game for Tessa Bowden. Her first game of the season here on her home rink is the senior captain from Coon Rapids, and she gets the shorthanded goal, her first of the season, and
lots of things you can take away from this.
Yeah, absolutely. You want the win, obviously, but you know you can play with this team, and I think that's the biggest message that came out of it.
Yeah.
Well,
don't forget the goaltender, Joel.
Yeah.
And absolutely.
Centennial Spring Lake Park, the likely favorite, the early season favorite in their section. So a great contest for the Blades this afternoon, but it does come up just shy in a 3-2 loss. We've been able to see 3 girls hockey games already. The boys got their season started last week with a 6-3 win over Hopkins. We've got them on the very near horizon. There they are. We get the girls basketball opener against Minneapolis Washburn. Looking forward to seeing the Millers fall. Then we'll see the boys basketball team against St. Cloud Apollo.
Paul's got an Apollo now?
Then we see the boys hockey team against Elk River, and right after that we get our first taste of the wrestling team. So it'll be a busy next couple of weeks, but until Monday, that is it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Centennial Spring Lake Park 3, River Cities 2. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Jerry Grant and Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.